Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. My name is David and this is my channel. Today's video is called "The Universe Does Not Know the Difference Between Positive or Negative." This is important because we have created this idea of compartmentalizing good and bad, or poor and wealthy, sick, and healthy. The idea of opposites. You see, the yin and yang represent the opposites, and they represent the idea that we have created of there is opposites. So let's say that the feeling of what I want and what I don't want. So there's this feeling of I don't want this and I want this. I don't want no money, I want money. I don't want to be unhealthy, I want to be healthy. Now, this is a big deal because if you look close enough, we're really full of this idea of talking about what we don't want and then sitting back with something that we do want. Think about in your life, can you tell me the things that you don't want? Can you write them down? Can you let me know what you don't like? Anything you say, Dave, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't want this, I certainly don't want this in my life. Well, if I can convince you that with everything you just said that you don't want, the universe says you want it because there's no difference. Do you see? There is no opposites and there is no differences in the universal structure. It doesn't see the difference. It's like if I take my hand and I say, I'm going to move forward here. And I say, okay, here I go. I'm moving forward. And I say, nope, I'm going to go back. The universe says, you're not going back. You're moving this way. So you were moving this way. Now you're moving this way. Now you're moving this way. Does everybody get that? There's no back. There's no backwards button. This is why Tai Chi, we move this way and then we move this way through central equilibrium, so that way we recognize to move forward and to move backwards is the same. Because we're trying to match that idea of the natural way that the universe understands. Because until our dialogue understands this, we can't match it. And as long as we believe there are things out there I don't want and things I do, you have a split in your thinking that doesn't match the universal structure. And now that bigger part of who you are can't give to you because you're not in a state of receiving. Does that make sense? There is no opposites. And now what you say is. I don't like, it means I like. If you say you are, then you're saying I am. Once again, it doesn't understand differences. If you're talking about your neighbor, you're talking about yourself. Doesn't matter what you're saying. If you're talking to the news and say, I hate that guy, you're saying, I hate me. It doesn't understand the difference between you and them. There's no separation. Can you follow that? If you say stop, it says go. It's the human construct that we made that simply said we can stop the universal flow. And it says, no, you can't stop it. You can't reverse it. You just turn and move in that direction and move in that direction and move in that direction. You're always moving forward, always moving forward, always in a state of receiving. Like we said in the last video, we're always in a state of receiving. We can't push against it. And the reason we push against it is because we're trying to stop ourselves. But you can't stop yourself. You have to learn to receive it. That's the idea of reaction is unnecessary, you see. So I recommend take a look at your life and especially the belief structures that say you can say, or either one of us can say, I don't want that, or I don't like that, or that's not good for me. And then redo them to say that is good for me. Because the universe says, that's good for me. There's no such thing as that's not good for me. The universe says, I want that. There's no such thing as I don't want that. The universe says, you're moving in that direction. There's such thing as moving in another direction. You see, it sees up and down as the same. It sees left and right as the same. Just movement. Regardless if you're going up, down, left, right. It's just this central movement from a central place moving back and forth, just like Tai Chi, you see. It sees what goes out and what comes back is the same, and what goes out and comes back the same. That's why they switch. There's not one that's more important than the other. They are equal. They are equal. It will give you anything that you focus on, regardless if you want it or don't want it. It's going to give it to you because it sees, okay, you want that because you're focusing on that, therefore I'm going to give it to you. Can you follow that? That will help a lot so we can, as you look at the things you don't want, now say, it's not that I don't want them, I need to stop focusing on them. I need to look at the opposite and start focusing on what I want. As Abraham Hicks says, it's like an end of the stick, that which is missing and that which you want. The universe doesn't see this. You'll see it as what you want. There's no missing in the universe. There's nowhere else for us to go. It's all here. It's all here. So essentially, it doesn't understand the difference between negative, or that which is missing, or positive, that which has it. It sees everything as now, everything as here. This is one of the reasons why if you see something missing in your life, immediately it's supplied to you. Because there is no missing. Whoa, I want that. Okay, boom, here it comes. I want that. Okay, here it comes. But if you look at something you don't like, you say, oh, I don't like that. I want that. Oh, here it comes. And now you're getting more and more of the same thing. Then we react to it and then we blame outside. You see, and we're right back where we started from. We have to understand that the universe supplies us with everything. We are worthy. And we are worthy of what we want and what feels good. And we are worthy of what we would so-called not want, which is just another want. You see? If you say, I want that, that really nice fancy car, but that other car I don't want. Universe says, well, they're both God. They're both the energy of God. You don't want that. Okay, I'll give you that. Whichever one you focus more on is the one you're going to get. Oh, now all of a sudden you get that car. You don't get the fancy car, so to speak. But the good news is you're going to have that negative vibration, because when you look at something you really don't want, and your bigger, broader perspective is holding that vibration, trying to help you move in the direction of what you do want, because it knows law of attraction is going to bring you anything and everything. Abraham Hicks, I love it. She's like, law of attraction is not your mama. They're just going to give it to you. Where your focus goes, there it is. It doesn't see the difference. But your inner being, your broader perspective is holding that preferences of what you really, really want. Then you'll feel negative emotion when you move into a direction and receive something that's not exactly what you prefer. But can you see the difference? Sometimes we get the idea of preference a little misinterpreted. What is preference? Preference is looking at all of it equally and lovingly and saying, I prefer this one, but I'm not trying to get rid of this one in order to get it. You can't minus something out in this world. It only adds. God doesn't know to take away. You have to really ponder that. That energy that's giving and releasing, do you see, it's instantaneous. Therefore, there is no lack, no loss. You are always in a state of receiving something. There's something there. Can you see it? You're in a state of receiving something. But the insistence in our mind says, but I don't want that. Okay, here's that human concept again. I don't. I can't. I shouldn't. Just reinterpret it. I can. I should. I want. There's that misinterpretation. You, them, there. Nope. Here. You see, there is no there. It's here. There is no them. It's you. There is no you. It's me. Everything comes back to you. That particular vibration that you are. And everything you talk about moves that vibration, and law of attraction responds to it. It doesn't matter if you're talking about water. Why do you think that when we go into nature, natural, it feels good, doesn't it? You're hanging out with the trees, you listen to the waterfall, and your vibration matches it. You see? You becomes me. And now you feel good. And now you're finally open yourself up. Receiving source, and it gets better and better and better, because it only allows more of your source in, right? You can use water to allow more of your source in. But let's say, you're in that haunted house and man, that really doesn't feel good. I'm a little afraid. Whoo, that vibration shrinks down. Now you're using the haunted house to pull you down. Once again, that universal idea, it doesn't see the haunted house, it sees you. Your vibration, not the haunted house's vibration. You see, each one of us have our direct line to our source energy, and we either open up to receive it or we close down and withdraw our love from it. We can use billions of things to do it, but it still affects that one vibration only. Does that make sense? Therefore, there is no you. There's only me. There's only this vibration, not yours. Doesn't see the difference from your perspective. You see, and that is your gateway. That vibration is your gateway to the receiving of your source energy, which is where everything comes from your source. I tell my clients sometimes, it's like, you can try to get love from anyone out there, even if it's your spouse or your son or daughter. I know, right? Oh, you love me. But it's not the same because you don't know where their vibration is. You don't know how much love they're receiving that they can give you. It's really difficult from that perspective. But you can always receive love from your source, from that bigger perspective, that broader you. Open up your vibration and allow right now, I am one with you. I love you and you love me. There's the two energies. I love you in, you love me out. Everything like a breath comes into your life and out of your life. There is no other unless you allow them to change your vibration. You can certainly walk into a place, someone has a lower vibration, and you can match their vibration. Oh man, I feel angry too. You feel angry, I feel angry. You, me, guess what? We're the same. Either way, if they're angry and you get angry at them, doesn't matter the subject, you are the same. You and me are the same. You see, there's no differences. So now we have to interpret our life like this and say, can I get rid of the list of what's missing in my life? Can I get rid of because if you say something missing, then you're seeing something that's there. The universe says, okay, I'm missing health. And it says, I won't bring you health. I'm missing money. Okay, I won't bring you money. You see, it doesn't see it. It sees the two as one, doesn't it? We're the ones who made the two. The universe just sees one. It is what it is. What you focus on, it is. We are beings. You ever thought about that? The idea of human beings. We are. It doesn't see the journey from two places. It sees where you are. I am. You see. So now we start understanding, I really need to start thinking more about the positive structure of my life, of what I want, of where I am, how happy I am, joyful, and then you're going to start what we call, I call it, the circuit. You're moving the circuit back to source. I am feeling good. You're going to feel that source energy on the other side of that. Yes, I'm feeling good too, Dave. Yeah, we are one. I am feeling good. I am feeling abundant and flowing and loving. Now you're talking about what you want. You're grounding it, that circuit, back to your source in truth and knowledge. But anytime you say, I'm not, it says, whoa, there's that not word. I don't understand that. I don't, there's that don't word. I don't understand that. That's going to ground nowhere. Now, let's talk about mind activity. When you say, I'm not, or I don't, you ever notice how the mind just starts going all over the place? That's because it's looking for it. And it's never going to find it because it's looking in the past. Maybe it came from yesterday. Maybe that's why that happened to me. Or it's in the future trying to figure out where it can come from. You see, and it's all out there trying to find something that it will never, ever find. It's just aimlessly looking. That's what mind activity is. It's aimlessly looking for the circuit, so to speak. Negative looking for positive. Well, I can't seem to find it. That which is missing, looking for that which it is. The past looking in the future. Two places that don't exist. And that's what that mind activity is. But I am, boom, right here, right now, just like the universe says, I'm feeling good. I'm flowing. All is well with me now. That's that feeling of the present moment. We let go of the don'ts and the shouldn'ts and the couldn'ts and the missings. You're going to find yourself sucked into the present moment right now, making a circuit with your source. And then you're going to see, oh, that's what my source sees. That's what the universe sees. And now law of attraction is going to respond to that signal. Instead of all that focus on what you don't, what's missing, and it's responding to that signal. Take this information with you. I hope it helps. As always, it is my gift to you. In order to receive back from me, you are allowed to receive what you receive from it. Hit the like button if this is speaking to you, and continue to subscribe. And thanks for the comments, guys. Please keep it going. I love sharing this with you. It is my passion more than anything else. And my unconditional love and appreciation to all of you on this wonderful journey of reinterpretation.